of a lecture about interactive design. We have learned before that what was interactive design. Interactive design is a system that covers very wide range of activities, right? Interactive design is, you can see that nowadays when we have GUI operating system, they have very much interactive, you can say, design. Why? Because before doing something, they take your permission, and then they, you can say, do that thing. Then they warns you as well, and they tell you that what is good for your system and what is not, right? Then we have two types of interactive designs. One is product design, second is system design. Sometimes designer will be working on both the hardware and the software for a system, and sometimes system design and server design. Sometimes the designer will be producing a piece of software to run a computer on a programmable device or over the internet. So that is the difference between system design and service design. That these are the designs which are related to a program or a software, while product design is maybe a design of a software or hardware. Now, next we have key concern for interactive system design. They are saying that design, what is design and how should you do it? So, what is design? Design is, you should know that what are the key concern of interactive system design. First of all, you have to think that what should be the design and how should you design that product, right? For example, whether the design of the product should be simpler, whether the design of the product should be complex, whether the people, whether it should show some innovation or whether it should show, you can say, the previous model, you can say the resemblance from previous model, right? Because sometimes what happens then, that when you change the design of the interactive product, what happens that people just don't, you can say, they are not in mood to, you can say, have that design. They are not in mood to change themselves. So what happened, they just reject that design. Or sometimes people are so bored from their, you can say, old design, that they wanted you to change the design. So you have to see all those things by, you can say that you have to first concern that what your customer wants, and then you have to design. Then technologies, these are the interactive system, products, devices, and component themselves. And then you have to, you can say, ask yourself that which technologies you have to, you can say, use in the interactive design, whether you have to make systems interactive, products, devices, or components, right? Okay, so next, move to next slide. Then we have the people as a key concern. What is why people? Because obviously, whatever the product you design, that would be used by the peoples, right? Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now they are saying that, sorry, then activities and contents. Obviously, whatever the activities and contents you are going to put in it, you have to think about that, right? Because whether if they are, you can say, not that good, what will happen that people will reject that design. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we have Mitch Kapoor in Vanguard, said in 1996 that it's where you stand with a foot in two worlds, the world of technology and the world of people and human purposes. And you try to bring the two together, right? What you have to do, that you have to draw a design which would be liked by people and which will be recent in technology, right? You have to, you can say, sit on some middle ground which told you that whether the, you can say, technology matches it and whether the people like that product or not. Okay. The term design refers to both creative
Yes,
process
ma'am.
of specifying something new and to the representations that are produced during the process, right? So what is the term design refers to? The term design refers to two things, right? What are the two things? First thing is that what is the design actually, right? And the second thing is that how creative design is. If the design is not creative, if the design is not innovative, I don't know about you people, but I will never prefer that design. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have to see that whether your design is, you can say, good or not, good enough or not. Then you are, for example, a website, a designer will produce and evaluate various designs, such as a design of page, layout, color scheme, etc. An architect produces sketches and outlines. Okay, let me tell you this in very easy way, right? For example, what is the theme color of Yahoo?
Purple.
Exactly. So what happens that when you go to the website of Yahoo, they are that is designed on main color theme, right? Purple and white, right? Similarly, when you go to the Google's website, there the Google website is consist on four primary colors, right? Red, yellow, green, blue. So they will
Yes, ma'am.
try to provide you that color schemes when you go for the, you can say, when you go for the website. So what happens there? And obviously the design of website is also matters, right? But what happens that when the designer is designing the website, he keeps both thing in his mind, right? That whether the whether the website should have the theme colors, plus it should also have the you can say the basic needs that you can say the company wants it to be, right? An architect produces sketches and outlines. They produces sketches and outline for you can say for a product, and why they when they you can say when they prepare those sketches and on you can say those sketches and outlines, they always keep that thing in their mind that that design should be interactive, right? The people also like that design, and also that that design should also be technological, okay, and innovative as well.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
design is rarely a straightforward process. Obviously design is an straightforward process, right? And what happens that in design, what happens that typically involves much interaction and exploration of both requirements and design solutions. It should be multiple definitions of design, right? Also should have most definition recognize that both problem and solution need to evolve during the design process. Rarely can you complete specify something before some design work has been done. So what you have to do, you have to sometimes specify the designs of the you can say product. So what you do, you just try to make it, you can say, more interactive, and you try to you can say have a review for that design, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now what we have next, we have design, engineering design, design as craft, and creative design. What happens that when you are going to decide for an engineering design, okay, you will think for scientific principles and technical specification, right? But when you are going to design as craft, you will go for both approaches. You will go for engineering or design, and you will go for creative design. And when you are going for creative design, you will always go to just creative or artistic design, right? For example, in engineering design, you are going to you can say make some design which is for you can say engineering purposes, okay, which is technological, which is you can say very specified to you can say that very specified to the product, to technology, right? It is more specified to product and technology. And what happens when you are going to design a creative or artistic design? For example, if you are going to design some clothes, or if you are going to design some, you can say, houses, or if no, if you are going to design some you can say bags and such things, right? What will happen that you will think about these things. But when you are going to design houses, so you will also go for both approaches. You will go for engineering, as well as you will go for, okay, you will go for engineering design, and as well as you will go for the creative design. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
For
Yes, ma'am.
example, a house, you know that house cannot be, you can say, built if do not have the, both of the, you can say, technologies, right? It should be, you can say, up to date and up to mark. Plus, it also should have, you can say, a creative designing style, right? Because when it is a mix of both, then it will suit, you can say, it will suit you, right? But what happened that when we are going to, you can say, design, you can say, a technical product, we will design it in a shape that is, you can say, more likely for the technology. Why I'm saying this? Because if you are not going to design that according to technology, maybe because of its design, what will happen that it will cause, you can say, it will, maybe it should not fulfill its purpose, right? Okay, for example, if I say that there is a submarine, you know that submarine have its, you can say, its own part to play. It have its own part to play. Submarine is designed for, you can say, war purposes. If you will design a submarine in, you can say, in a luxurious design, what will happen that submarine will not fulfill its purpose, right? And what happened that if you are going to create a dress on the technical basis, that dress will also not, you can say, fulfill its purpose. So you have to create you have to make a creative design for dress, and you have to go for, you can say, an engineering design for submarine. When you are going to design, you can say, TV, or you are going to design some speakers, or you are going to craft some home, you will go for both of the, you can say, both of the purposes, right? Both of the approaches. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Next, what we have, it says that useful to distinguish the amount of formality associated with a design. Okay, then they are saying that one end of spectrum, that is engineering design, scientific principle and technological specification are employed to produce formal models before the construction starts. And other end of spectrum, that is creative or artistic design, innovation, imagination, and conceptual ideas are the key ingredients. In the middle, design as craft draws upon both engineering and creative approaches. Okay,
Yes,
students,
ma'am.
I have explained you, you can say, in a very brief term. So now we have people and technologies. That is, you can say, the main purpose of, you can say, it is the main purpose of interactiveness, right? That how one thing can be interactive. It can be interactive in the term that when we use to describe the technologies that interactive system designer work with. Okay, only technologies will be, they can only be, you can say, interactive when people and technologies both will meet at the same point. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
we drop the concept of, you can say, if we drop the concept of that is people, then what will happen that your design won't be interactive in both sense, right? What will it be? It will be a design which is just, it just meet the purpose of technological terms, right? But what happened that when you say that your design is of, you can say, people oriented, that then it will, you can say, drop the purpose of being interactive. So when you wanted a thing to be interactive, what you have to do, that you have to make, or you have to design a thing on a way that it should have the component of, you can say, it should have the component of the interactive, it should have the component for people, and it also should have the component for, you can say, for technologies as well, right? It will cover both of the aspects, right? It will cover the aspect of being, you can say, a person. It will have the, you can say, purpose of connected with humans, as well as it should be, you can say, that easy that people should easily use it. and it also should be technologically advanced as well, right? Then we have interactive system exclude things such as tables, chairs, and doors, right? Since they do not process information. So you should know that it include things such as mobile phones, websites, computer game controller. You can say laptops, computer systems. You can also say that, for example, if you have electronics such as refrigerator, which are very good at, now we have technologically very advanced, you can refrigerators as well, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, a fundamental challenge for interactive system designers to deal with the fact that people and interactive systems are different, right? So, obviously, we should consider it as that, for example, the design that is only made for people, that should be of different caliber, and the design that should be interactive should be of different caliber, right? Why it should be of different caliber? Because obviously when you are going to design for only people, that product will not, you can say, include any kind of technology. When we talk about interactive things are those things which specifically are of having the both element, people and technology. Now machine and people centered reviews, what are those? They are saying that another difference between people and machines is that we speak different languages, while machines do not speak different languages. They speak the only language that is feeded in them, right? Secondly, people express their desire and feeling in terms of what they want to do or how they would like things to be. But machines could not do that, and machines need to give to be given strict instructions, right? Why? Because there was technically advanced, and what happened that robot was asked to, it have to, you can say, make the fire off, right, and take the fire off. And what happened that robot took the fire off, but what happened that the person who wanted it to be off just got his dog died. Why? Because the robot was not given the instruction that he, or sorry, that it have to say, have to put the fire off by, you can say, saving the dog as well. So what happened that you have to give a strict, you can say, information to your computer, or for example machines. Okay, now this is, you can say, chart which will tell you that how people, machine centered and people centered people are and machines are, right? Machine centered people are wage, machine centered people are disorganized, machine centered people are distractible, they are emotional, and they are illogical. Why? Because obviously their all work is, the machine is doing their all work, right? For example, if you take an example, the example says that, for example, you are going to, you do each and every calculation on your calculator. So what will happen when you are going to, say, calculate your own on your fingers, or when you have to calculate on by yourself, what will happen that you got distracted or you don't know the answer. Am I right? Because you depend upon the machine so much that now you are not able to do the things right by yourself.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
the machines who are machine centered, they are precise, they are orderly, they are undistractable, they are unemotional, and they are logical. Why? Because machines are dealing with machines, right? Okay, people who are people centric, they are creative, they are compliant, they are attentive to change, they are resourceful, they are able to make flexible decisions based on contents, right? Now we have people who are machines who are people centric. Okay, those machines are dumb, those machines are rigid, those machines are insensitive to change, those machines are unimaginable, those machines are constrained to make consistent decisions. Let me give you an example of people who are machine centered. Obviously, if a person is using their calculator, what will happen that those people will become wage, those people will become, obviously they're taking their decision not by themselves, so they will become, you can say, disorganized, They will become distractible. Why? Because they are having so much machinery to distract them. They will be emotional. Why? Because they will not have the emotional stability. Why? Because there would be no person who will give them emotional support. And when they would be asked by something, because they used to answer the things by using the machines, they will answer their self, or you can say they will be illogical when they will answer something, right? Now, the machines who are
Yes,
machine
ma'am.
centered, they are opposite of the people who are machine centered, right? They are precise. For example, robots. If robots is taking, sorry, for example, a NASA space shuttle, which is taking, you can say its instruction by a robot. That machine would be precise. That machine would be orderly. That machine should be distractible. That machine should be unemotional, and that machine should be logical as well. Why it will be undistractable? Because obviously this is the nature of humans to got distracted. Now we have people who are people centered. Obviously we all live with people, right? So obviously when we have a problem, we also get you can say to the creative solution. Then if we also have compliant. Compliant is flexibility. Obviously we change from situation to situation. Then we are resourceful. Obviously whatever the resource is given to us, we try to make you can say greater output from them. And then we are able to make flexible decision based on content. Obviously, for example, today you ran out of your petrol, or you can say, or your gas, and then maybe next day you will slip on the floor. Obviously those two situations have different approaches, different you can say decisions to make. Then the machines who are people centered, they are dumb. Obviously, just take out your calculator and just you can say check this list. Obviously, your computer, your calculator is dumb. That is rigid. That will always do the calculation. You cannot ever ask logical or logical question for that. That is insensitive to change. Obviously your calculator will always do calculation. It is an imaginative. Your calculator will not make imaginative decisions for you. It will always do the calculations, constrained to make consistent decision. Obviously whatever you that your calculator have to do, it have to make the consistent decision, that is to calculate the sums. Are you understanding, class?
Yes,
Ma'am.
ma'am.
Now the interface to an interactive system, also called the user interface, UI, right, is all those part of the system with which people come to contact physically, perceptually and conceptually. Okay, just take out your mobiles.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, your mobile screen is your interface. That is your user interface, right? Your mobile
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
buttons, that volume buttons and locking unlocking buttons are interface, right? What will happen that whenever you are going to, you can say, use the mobile, you will use it through its interface, right? That is the interface is the thing that with you will come to contact with your system. It is the thing that is physically present to you. It is the thing that is perceptually and conceptually present to you. Now what is the physically you can say it, we might interact with a device by pressing buttons or moving levers. For example, if you are playing with joystick, you will move its lever to stick to work, right? If you are, for example, using your mobile phone, you will swipe your screen. What are you doing? You are physically using your mobile, right? What is perceptually? Perceptually, the device display things on screen which can be seen or makes noises which we can hear. Okay, just unlock your mobile phones, class.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is the icon of your camera? It
The
is
camera is there.
it is a okay. Let me share my icon for camera. Okay, open your WhatsApp. Now you have to share your icons of camera as well, right? First of all, I will share icon of my camera. Okay, can you see my icon of camera?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it like? It is like a lens of camera, right? Whenever I
Yes.
will see at this icon, I will perceive that it is a camera. So I will, when I wanted to open a camera, obviously the camera of new device, I will see the picture, that which picture is resembling this picture, right? Which picture is having a camera lens? Which picture is having a square and a circle in that square? Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now share your camera icon as well.
Done, ma'am.
Okay,
Then, ma'am.
Nisma and Rija. So what you are going to perceive with this icon, that this is an camera, right? A rectangle or
Yes,
a
ma'am.
square having one circle or two circles, obviously that shows the camera, right?
The lens.
And this is the picture of, you can say, a camera. So you will also you can also say that it is a graphic of a camera, graphic or picture, right? And what happens that this graphical interface is known as GUI, graphical user interface. You know, your mobile phone have small pictures, right? Now I'm sharing my mobile phone
Yes.
picture. I've shared it. These are the first 5 quick access icons that I have on my phone. Number one is the caller phone. You can say that is the phone icon, or the icon from which you dial a numbers, right? Second is the contact book. Obviously, I know this picture. That graphic of a picture that tells me that there is an information about the people that I have stored in my phone, right? Then there is a camera icon with to which I know that this is the camera in my phone. Now next is my Google Chrome icon. Obviously, I know that graphic from Google Chrome. So whenever I need to browse anything on internet, I select this icon, right? And what is the fifth icon? It is a chat icon, right? When you do chat, what happens that this kind of cloud appears, right? You have seen in comics book that when people try to in a conversation, what happens that this type of cloud appears. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Have
Yes,
you
ma'am.
all received my picture?
Yes, ma'am.
Najwa, why aren't you participating in the class?
Miss, I
Uh,
am. I haven't.
Okay,
Have you
Assalamualaikum,
received
Miss.
it?
I think you're saying about me.
yes,
Actually,
Najwa.
I'm busy putting my kids to sleep while I'm listening to your class.
Okay, fine. Okay, so what I was saying you that these are the smaller pictures. Just open your WhatsApp and you can see these are the smaller pictures with our graphics as well. So what happens that we perceive things from these graphics. We think about the you can things from these graphics. So what happens that obviously your mobile, your laptop have graphical user interface, right? Okay, now they are saying the conceptual you can say thing. So what are they saying that we interact with the device by trying to work out what it does and what we should be doing. So what happened that whatever the concept you have of that device, you will obviously you can say use that device with that concept, right? For example, if you use your mobile just to you can say communicate with world, you will have that concept, right? If you will design your device with a concept for example, if you are going to use a device to take selfies, so you will you can say use it for that purpose, right? Now we have the interface need to provide some mechanism. What are these mechanisms?